Hi there, my name's James Uren and I'm the Technical Director at Mo-Sys, and I'm going to spend a few minutes now showing you the basic setup of VP Pro. We're going to start from a completely empty project and go through to where we can see video coming in and out of the Unreal Engine and tracking from the StarTracker system. Let's get started. So we've got the Unreal Engine version 5.1.0 installed here, and that's what we're going to be using today. And the first thing to do is to get a hold of the Mo-Sys VP Pro plugin. You can get that from the Unreal Marketplace, and we can just search in here, and there's the Pro plugin. The Mo-Sys VP Free is just really for use in an end display environment, for example, or simple tracking or simple hand wheels. It's not really for doing any compositing, it's just the tracking portion, so it's a kind of simplified plugin just for that. We're going to be using VP Pro. So on this page I've got the link to download, but also at the bottom here I've got the user guides and a sample project. So I'm going to click through to download, and it's going to straight away ask me to sign in with a Mo-Sys account. If you haven't got one, you can register on here for that, but I'm going to just log myself in so I can download the software. You'll need this same login when you actually open VP Pro for the first time. So now that's downloaded to our downloads folder, and we've unzipped it. Inside you'll see there's these plugins. Compositor is a plugin that Epic have created that we use underneath for the underlying compositing in VP Pro, and VP Pro is the our main plugin here. Those directories need to be put into your project folder or into the engine. I tend to prefer putting these into the project folder because VP Pro and Compositor both make quite a lot of changes to the Unreal Editor that you might not want in every project. Let's create a brand new project in Unreal. So I'm just going to create a brand new project. I'm going to use the film category, and I'm going to just select a blank project with starter content. We don't need ray tracing for this test, and I'm going to call that test project. Now that's created the project folder, so we can now go and copy these plugins into that project folder. We put it inside a folder called plugins, and they just sit inside there. Okay, Unreal's open, so now we're going to log in with that same account that we created during the download, and then click login and restart. What that's going to do, now we've attached it to your account, it will enable a bunch of features based on the license level of your account. Okay, so Unreal's opened up. I'm now going to just automatically enable a bunch of project settings. This is very important. This is going to set up the whole compositing chain, so we must remember to do this, and doing so is going to require another restart of the engine. So now Unreal's loaded with all the correct project settings for compositing, and also we've got our full license of VP Pro enabled. So I'm going to go to the plugins content now, and load up a sample scene, which is the easiest way to get started with VP Pro. It's in the VP Pro content folder. If you can't see this, you might just need to check the show plugin content checkbox here in the settings. So inside there we're going to go starter content, maps, and then we're going to load this AR sample level. And you can see straight away it's detected my incoming video, and it's assigned the input 1 on my video card to the input. So now we're going to set up the output video, and for that we need our special Mo-Sys viewport. So we're going to open that from the viewport menu here. You see it's popped in down here, and then we're going to assign it to be a Mo-Sys output. Then if I refresh the video controller, it's now going to give me an SDI output, and it's selected output 4 of the card, which I've got hooked up to my monitor here. If you need to change those inputs and outputs, you can just in the video controller here. VP Pro is also automatically set up the gen lock based on your incoming video, and And in this case, it's using a default timecode provider, but if you want to take timecode from the camera's input on embedded timecode, then you can just select that in the VP Pro project settings, and it will automatically configure that for you as well. So now we've got video input, video output. The next thing to do is to set up our tracking. So I'm going to go to Live Link first of all and add a Mo-Sys source. We're only going to need to do this once for the project. Once we've done this, we'll save it off, and then it will automatically load when we open the project. So create a new subject. I'm just going to call it ACAM, and you can see it's straight away gone a green light, and I'm receiving tracking and lens information now from the StarTracker. If you're not receiving tracking data straight away like that, you might need to configure StarTracker. You can either do that using the auto configure button, which will automatically tell StarTracker to send data to this engine on this Live Link preset, or you can actually dial directly into StarTracker and access it through VNC if you need to do more, if you need to do other configuration. And so as long as you've got a good auto align and a good lens calibration, a lens tweak in StarTracker, then you should see the virtual cone that's generated by the sample scene sticking to the floor when you move the camera.